Cool. So what I was saying, it always comes down to the script. Okay, there's a lot of other factors, obviously. This is a seasonal thing, meaning I don't mean that we don't work all year round and we don't get sales all year round, but it's total, there's definitely hot periods and slow periods. We're heading into slow period. November and December are going to be very tough. We're actually already starting to feel it now. Cherry, you've been around a long time. You probably know what I'm talking about. It is slow right now, very slow. Not the end of the world. We're still going to get sales. I'm not going to fire any of you just because it's slow, so no issues there. Um, but we have to push harder. Um, so the script. So what I found is that if you nail the hook, and again, the hook being everything you say up until the point when you say, "Can we stop by tonight at 6?" That's the hook. If you can find a way to say that naturally and in a way where it sounds, not to act like I'm holier than thou, but if you can mimic how I say it as best as you possibly can, you're going to get the same experiences I have, right? I have a good conversion rate of when people answer the phone, if they allow me to talk, right? If they don't hang up, because I can't change that. As soon as they hear windows and doors, a lot of people hang up because they just don't want to hear it. But if they allow me to talk and say my hook, right, which is the first paragraph up until the point where I say, "Come on, can we come out tonight at 6?" I have a very good conversion rate. I have very positive results, right? And I believe it's because of how I'm saying it. I'm saying it quickly. I'm saying it with a lot of good tonality. Does everybody know what tonality means? If I talk about tonality, do you guys understand what I mean by that?
Yes, boss.
Okay, cool. So
Boss.
yeah, so it's the flow and the ups and downs in my voice. Kind of hard to teach. It's more of like a natural thing, but it's so important. It's so important. And I'm going to try to give you an example, right? I'm going to talk to, let's do Sandro. So I'm going to be Jeremy, the appointment setter, Sandro, and you're Sandro, the homeowner. Now, the point of this little mock call isn't the words, right? We'll get to that. But the point of this mock call is so you can hear my tonality, my ups and downs, the fluctuations in the pitch of my voice. You ready, Sandro? Again, you're just the homeowner. Don't be nervous. You're literally just doing nothing really. And I'm going to be the appointment setter, okay?
Yep, no problem.
All right, cool.
All
So
good, boss.
I'm going to give you a ring ring. You're going to say hello, and we'll go from there, okay?
Yep.
All right, ring ring.
Hello.
Hey, Sandro, it's Jeremy with the Window and Roofing Company. How are you today?
I'm good. Pretty busy day today.
I get it. I know, I know. Same here, man. I'll be super quick. So the reason I'm calling, a little while back, you spoke to one of us about getting a quote on impact windows, or maybe it was your roofing. I'm calling you now because we're doing a significant discount for the ending of hurricane season. So we wanted to get out there and get you a price that they say you're going to absolutely love. There's no obligation to buy anything. It is good for a year, but we'd really like to get out there this evening, maybe 5 or 6. Now pause. That was my hook. And if you notice, I'm doing a lot of up and down on the things that it's hard to articulate for me at least when I'm doing these drops in my voice and when I'm going up here and when I'm going down here. I think when I'm acting like I'm very empathetic to what they say. Like for example, when he said he was busy, super busy, that's when I go down. Like I'm relating. I know, me too. Right? Like if I was trying to calm him down. I know, same here. Right? And then on other words, I'm going way up here. Like significant discount. And by the way, I know you guys heard me change my script. That's because I'm adapting to the end of hurricane season. In the beginning, I say beginning of hurricane season. In the end, I'm saying the end. But we're always saying discount, right? Trust me, in November during Thanksgiving, I'm going to be saying a Thanksgiving discount. During Christmas, I'm going to say a holiday discount. In the beginning of the year next year, I'm going to be saying, I'm not going to be saying hurricane season. I'm going to be saying, New
Summer.
Year discount. You know what I mean? I'm always just adapting. And you caught me doing it just now. a lot of you guys I believe in the script it says for hurricane season, right? Which is fine. That was just a general little thing, but you got to adapt, right? Next month it is not going to be hurricane season, and these people in Florida know that, by the way. So you're not going to be saying hurricane season. I would start saying the end of the year. But anyway, we're talking about tonality here. Um, so let's continue. Let's continue so you could catch some more tonality uh, examples. I want you to be very difficult with me, Sandro. I want you to give me all the objections. I want you to make it very possible for me, brother. But, don't make it impossible, but don't make it easy for me, please, because I want to be able to argue with you, because that's what you guys are going to be doing all day long, arguing with people professionally. That's what salesmen are. That's not true, but you know what I mean. Uh, Objections and rebuttals. That's what it is. So, Sandra, we're going to start off. I'm going to back up just a little bit, and then I'll end up at can we come out tonight? And I want you to give me some trouble, okay? So, yeah,
All right, no worries.
we're doing a discount for the ending of hurricane season. We love to get out there and get you a quote. There's no obligation or anything like that, and it is good for a year, but we would really like to get out there tonight at 6.
Actually, our house is new, and we're not actually planning to do anything or any big projects this year. So,
Gotcha. Now, you say you have a new house. Um, when you inquired originally for the windows, I mean, I have to assume that the windows to the house aren't impact. They're just builder grade, plain old windows, right?
yeah, that's right. So I was just inquiring about it because I know the house is new, but our windows aren't really impact windows yet. But we're looking at it because we're actually in a very, very tight budget. Me and my wife. I recently lost my job. So
Oh, wow.
it
Oh,
is what it is. So that's why we're not really planning on anything yet.
okay, okay. 1 second here. All right. Sorry, I was reading a text that threw me off, but I was listening to you. Gotcha, you lost your job. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. So that's a tough one, Sandro. I know I asked you to make it difficult, but you made it very
Oh,
difficult.
sorry.
Now it's almost
My
like
bad.
he's unqualified. So I'm just gonna pretend you said everything you said minus the part where you lost your job, okay?
Yep.
Because
Uh,
at that point, he's almost unqualified. You need a job, you know. But no, I get it. I get it. So I mean, we could come by, Sandro, and get you a price, understanding that you might not be ready this second. That's totally fine. I'm gonna repeat that because watch my tonality. We could come out, Sandro, and still give you a price, understanding that you might not be ready this second. Right? Not emphasizing. I'm being empathetic. I'm relating to him. I understand what he's saying, so I'm going down in tone, right? Um, we could still come by and get you a quote. It is good for an entire year, like I said, Sandro. So there's no pressure or obligation to sign any contracts. But this way, you'll be educated on the different options you have. You'll know exactly what this project will cost when you are ready. Yeah, so I mean, I still think we should come out this evening if you're okay with that.
yeah, I mean, I'll try to talk it over with my wife first and
Okay. Yeah, I
see
mean,
what
it's
she thinks.
it's first thing in the morning here. We have plenty of time. Why don't I put you in for tonight at I don't know, 5 or 6, and then you talk to her, and then we'll give you a ring back in a couple hours to confirm. We won't show up, Sandro, unless you allow us to on that confirmation call.
Yep. Well, no worries then. Again, guys can come over later, and I'll just talk it over with my wife first, and then
Awesome.
we can just go from there.
Yeah, that sounds great. What's your last name? I just see Sandro here.
That's La Villa.
Avila, awesome. And your wife's first name, just for greeting purposes, assuming you guys do confirm and we come out this evening?
Oh, it's Jen.
Yeah, okay, cool. And what's the address to your house, Sandro?
That's 1234 Southwest 51st Street.
Hold on 1 second. Someone's texting. Lee, you can't hear me? Lee, you can't hear me? Hello, Mr. Montero. Oh boy. Yeah, I just got a text that one of the people in this group can't hear me. All right. That's a
I
personal.
can hear you.
Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. Hang tight. Anyway, so I'm gonna continue. I have to continue. So, where was I? Remind me, where was I, buddy? Oh, so Jen, yeah,
Oh,
awesome. That's a
yeah.
wonderful
Like,
name. So we could, yeah, we're gonna give you a ring in a few hours. I do have your address is 1234 South Main Street in Miami, Florida, right?
yep.
Okay. Is this a
Uh,
single family house or a condo, a mobile home, a manufactured home?
It's a single family house.
Got it, got it. And if you had to guess, Mr. Lavilla, how many windows are in the house? You don't have to get up and start counting, just a guess is fine with me.
Probably six, including the garage.
Got it. When you say the garage, is just a window leading from like the garage to the outside or from the inside of the home leading into the garage?
It's inside of the home leading to the garage.
Okay, so it's not necessarily, so it's not a exterior window, right? It would be more like an interior window, right? Like it doesn't show the outside of the home at all.
Oh yeah, I think it's just an interior window.
Got it. So that window, they're very rare. I do know what you're talking about, but that window we wouldn't be able to help you with. We only do exterior windows, right? Like regular windows leading from the home to the outside. Does that make sense?
Okay, yep.
All right, so I'm so sorry about that. We won't be able to help you with that. Any sliding glass doors in the back of the house or anything like that leading to the backyard?
No, we only got one sliding door.
Okay, yeah, we'll throw that in there. It's a free quote, so it's not going to cost you anything to, hear about doing the whole job, okay? And while I have you on the phone, how's your roof? We're a roofing company as well. Is your Oh no, you know what? You told me your house is new, so obviously your roof is fine. So yeah, we'll come out tonight at 6. I'm gonna have the confirmation guy call you in a couple hours. That should give you enough time to speak to your wife, Jennifer, okay?
All right, no worries.
All right, thank you so much. All right. So yeah, he threw a bunch of stuff at me and I tried my best to overcome it, right? I tried my best to overcome it. You heard tonality. You hear the speed I'm talking, right? You got to speak quickly to these people, by the way. Cherry, you've been around long enough to know that these people, you know, they want off the phone with us, right, Cherry? They want to get off.
Right.
Maybe sometimes you'll have a super nice person who's not at work, right? And they're okay with talking to you. But 90% of these people, even if they allow you to set the appointment, they still want off the phone. They're at work. We're calling from 9 a.m. up until like 5 p.m. That's typically when us in the United States are at work, right? I'm at work right now. Um, so you got to keep that in mind. Speak quickly but clearly. Okay? Quickly but clearly. Let's talk about this hook. Because I promise you, if you guys get good at the hook, the rest of the conversation is going to be a little bit easier for you. It's funny, I have the hook in my brain, but I got to find it in writing so I could break it down. Give me 1 second, okay? I'll be quick. I'm a quick typer. I'm going to my own website here. What the hell? Oh, I typed in my old website. Whoops. All right. All right. Scripts. Okay. So, hey, John, this is Jeremy with the Window and Roofing Company. How are you? Oh, here's something I want to talk about that I talked about with one specific person, but I haven't always forgotten to talk about it with a group. So, there's only two pauses I do in this hook. I do some micro pauses, which are just, for me to breathe, right? But there's only two times in this hook that I'm pausing and allowing them to speak. All right? One of them is asked after I ask, "How are you?" Look, they know I don't care how they're doing. I mean, I'm not a bad person, but that's not why I'm calling to figure out how they're doing. It's not why I'm calling. They know that. I know that. I'm doing it as formality. And I pause then. Hey, Cherry, this is Jeremy with the Window and Roofing Company. How are you today? Pause. And I let her talk. And that's the first pause I'm doing when I allow them to talk. The second pause is at the very end when I ask if we could stop by tonight at 5. Everything else, I'm not allowing them to talk purposely. I need them to hear what I'm saying. If I paused after everything, they're going to give me some form of, "I don't want to talk to you," right? Which usually sounds like "call me back" or "click" or "no, thank you" or "no, I'm not interested." I need them to hear the good stuff that I called about, which is this. Um, I'll be super quick. I'm sure you're busy. The reason I'm calling, a little while back, you spoke to one of us about getting a price in your windows or roofing. I'm calling you now because we're doing a significant discount for the ending of hurricane season, and we want to get you a price that they say you're going to absolutely love. It's good for a whole year, so there's no obligation to buy anything at all. Can we stop by tonight at 5? Now, notice, out of all that, I didn't pause enough for whoever I'm talking to answer me. Now, let me break this down. I'll be super quick. I'm sure you're busy. The reason I'm calling is because we spoke a little while back, blah, blah, blah. I'm not asking them if we spoke a little while back. I'm telling them so they don't think this is a cold call, and I'm moving forward really quick. I'm calling you now because we're doing a significant discount for the end of season. We want to get you a price that we're going to love. I'm not pausing after that. I'm doing a micro pause so I could breathe, right? But I'm moving into the close immediately after that, which is, "It's good for a whole year, blah, blah, blah. Can we stop by tonight at 5 or 6?" Then I'm pausing and I'm getting ready for them to give me some form of "no, thank you." Okay? Because if you nail the hook, you'll hear something like, "All right, okay." And that means, like, what do we do next? Like, I like what you're saying. What the hell's next? If you hear something like, "Okay," you did it. You're done. I promise you. That's when you go, "Awesome. Tonight at 5 definitely work for you." Right? Then you just assume the close. Assume it and start gathering their information, like their address, little details about the job. Make sure it's not an insurance claim if it's the roof. Right? Does everybody understand how important it is to only pause twice in the main hook? Does everybody get what I'm saying here?
Yes, boss.
Yep.
Is it making
Yes.
sense? Is it making sense?
Yes.
Okay, because I've heard some recordings where people are like, "Hi, may I speak to Mr. or Mrs. Cherry, please?" Right? Which is fine. Actually, it's not fine. I'd rather you not do that. I'd rather you just say, "Hey, Cherry," or "Hey, Miss Legaspi." Right? I've heard people go, "So it looks like you inquired in the past. Do you remember that?" Please don't do that. Please don't do that because you're giving them one area to stop you from continuing because you just gave them an opportunity to talk about that part. And although it's very true, well, it's not true that MVP has spoken on them, but it is true that they inquired at some point for windows and roofing. And usually it was very recent. But if you allow them to talk after that point, it gives you a whole area where they can argue with you and object, right? I'm not asking if we spoke. I'm telling you we spoke, or maybe it was one of our other reps, and then I'm immediately moving forward. Okay. What else? Duh. Yeah, I know you're busy. I'm saying that because I know they're busy and I don't want them to tell me. I'm a guy who likes to bring up objections for you that I know you have, right? I'll be super quick. I'm sure you're busy. Now they can't tell me they're busy. I already know. I already acknowledged it. I'm going to be quick. So shut up, Mr. Lead, and listen to me. Right? The reason I'm calling is a little while back, you spoke to one of us about getting a free quote on your windows, or maybe it was your roofing. So the reason this is so important to say it exactly how it's written is because I don't want them to think this is a cold call, right? So it's so important to say exactly how I wrote it. And then without allowing them to speak, right? I'm gonna go, I'm calling you now, and this is telling them why, if we spoke months ago, why the hell are you calling me now, Cherry? Well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm calling you now because we're doing a significant discount for the ending of hurricane season, and we want to get you a price that they say you're gonna love. Now, I'm saying that they say you're gonna love. Who's they? Nobody knows. I found from experience and experiments that when I said that, it worked pretty nicely. And my thought process behind it was this. So, in reality, we're sitting down and we're calling a large list of people. I don't want Miss Susie, right, the lead, to know that. I'm trying to make it sound like the owner or upper management of the window company tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Hey, will you give Miss Susie a call and tell her we'll do something very special for her and she's going to love the price?" That is what I'm trying to make this seem like to the homeowner you're calling. That's why I say in my script, and we want to get you a price that they say you're going to love. Again, I don't want them knowing that we're just calling a giant list of people. I want it to seem a little bit personal for whoever you're calling. And that I'm going to repeat myself on purpose. And that's why I say in my script, we want to get you a price that they say you're going to love. Right? The emphasis word is significant and love or like, whatever. You don't have to use the word love if that's weird for you. Some people told me they don't like saying that. I don't mind saying it. But does everybody understand that little psychology I'm doing there?
Yes, boss.
Making sense? Okay, cool. All right. And then the drive at home to try to secure the yes, I'm telling them even more good information. Again, without letting them talk. Right? So these last two paragraphs, I'm giving you a call now because we're doing a significant discount for the end of hurricane season, and we want to get you a price that they say you're going to absolutely love. No pause. It's good for a whole year, so there's no pressure or obligation at all. Okay? Can we stop by this evening? I'm telling you. Now, this isn't going to get you 100 appointments a day, this paragraph, but I promise you, if you can nail this hook, you're going to do so much better. If you've been around a while and you're saying this hook perfectly, meaning the words, and you're not doing super good, it means you're not saying it correctly with the right tonality or speed or emphasis on certain words. Because I promise this hook works, right? Yesterday, I called for right around, 1 hour, 3:50 p.m. to 5. Yeah, so an hour and 10 minutes. I thought I was gonna get two real quick and show you guys up, right? Because we had like 28 appointments at the time I started, and I wanted us to have 30 total. So I thought I was gonna get those two real quick. I didn't. I got one very quick. I was getting a lot of NAs, so there's nothing I could do about that. There's nothing you could do about that. That is part of the game. But when I got my one, she loved my hook. Unfortunately, the lady was in New Jersey, taking care of her mother, and not coming back till the end of this month. So it's a very crappy appointment. She was wonderful, super nice person, but I say it's crappy because it's for like 15 days in the future. If you've been around, you know that that's not good. Uh, but, it proves that the hook worked very well. She loved it. She just was not in Florida. Let me see something here. Sandro, not to put you on the spot, brother, but you're struggling a little bit, right? You're making a lot of calls, man, which we thank you for that. That's what it takes. And just so you know, we monitor call volume because it's so important. But anyway, we know, Sandro, because we monitor call volume, that you're calling a lot. but for some reason, you're not getting a lot of appointments. So we got to figure out why. I want to help you. Can you pitch me, man? And please don't be nervous. I don't think you're a type of guy to get nervous on a very tiny meeting like this, but I'll say it. Please don't be nervous. I want to hear what you're doing because there's got to be something wrong with it, right? Not in a bad way. You're new, but there's got to be something, okay? You still with me, brother? Sandro?
Hello, hello.
Hey, buddy. Okay. Yeah,
Uh,
so let's work
okay.
on the script here, man. Let's get this thing going. I just want to help you, and it'll probably help a ton of other people. And then we're going to go to Ivy because she does seem to do good, right? So we'll figure out what the difference is there. All right, so I'm the homeowner. Sandro, you're Sandro, the appointment setter, okay?
Yep.
All right, hello.
Hey, Jeremy, this is Sandro here with the window and roofing company. How are you today?
I'm okay. Just heading into work. What's up?
Awesome, awesome. So yeah, I'll be super quick. I'm sure you're busy right now, so I'm actually calling you because a while back we spoke with you about just getting a free quote for your windows, or probably was roofing, but it was actually a while back. So I'm actually calling you now since we are doing a significant discount for the season. And would actually love to go out there for you and get you a price that you're gonna love there. Of course, it's good for 1 whole year, and there's no pressure or obligation to pay anything yet. We can just show your pricing. At the same time, just give you get your samples or different samples of windows that we have. So are you available this afternoon? Let's say at 5.
Okay, so what I've noticed is although you're not saying anything bad, it's just not my script. You know what I mean? It's a little, you put your own twist on it, which is okay if it was like, hold on 1 second. Can everyone hear me properly?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All
Yes,
right.
boss.
All right. One of you guys is
Yeah,
having.
can hear you.
All right. Cool. All right. So yeah, I've just noticed that it's not my script. Okay, it's similar, it's close, but it's not what I say. Okay, I don't talk about samples until later on. That's not my hook. Let's say this. It's not my hook. It's my thing, jumbled up. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's terrible. It's not at all. And the only reason I want to change it is because you're not getting a ton of appointments. If you were, I wouldn't even mention it. I'd be like, cool. So let's try to, and I'm not gonna put you on the spot here because I know you've been obviously saying your version of my script probably for like 2 weeks straight, and for me to fix it right this second, I don't know how likely that is. So I don't think I'm gonna put you on the spot here, but I want to tell you loud and clear, please, go back to mine. Please, it works. I promise you. Okay? Do you understand why it's different, or am I confusing you right now?
No, all good, boss.
You understand why it's different, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's not a bad thing. I'm not, yelling at you, nothing like that. It's just not the same. And this is good. I found out that it's not my script, and that could be why you're not having a ton of success. And Sandro, I do understand that you get a ton of NAs, right? That's for everybody. So I know that. But anyway, Ivy, I would love to hear yours because you have had, and I'm not trying to put anyone above or below anybody. I'm just stating facts. Ivy has gotten 3 sales very quickly and recently, and she just started. So there's got to be something Ivy's doing that is working very well for her, and I want to know what it is. So Ivy, I'm Jeremy the homeowner. You could call me Mr. Bloom, by the way, because on our leads, most of our leads only have a last name. My real last name is Blumenauer, but in case you have trouble remembering or pronouncing, you could just pretend it says Bloom, okay? I'm the homeowner, you're Ivy.
Okay. Yeah, hello, Mr. Bloom. This is Ivy with Windows and Roofing Company. How are you doing today?
Okay, I'm pretty busy heading into work. Why are you calling me?
Okay, I won't worry, sir. I'll be super quick. I'm sure you're busy right now. The reason I'm calling is because a little while back, you spoke with one of us about getting a price on your windows. And I'm calling you now because we are doing a significant discount for the end of hurricane season, and we'd love to get your price that I think you're really going to love. Can we stop by this evening at 6 p.m.?
I'm gonna pause. Sandro, do you see the difference? She said my script exactly how I taught it, Um, exactly how I taught it. And look, I'm not your direct manager, Sandro. I'm the manager, I'm the owner of the company, but that could be why, right? A little bit may have got lost in translation, meaning, like the game telephone. But anyway, that's the difference. Ivy is saying my script exactly. She is not pausing at all until the end of the conversation, which is what I teach, right? The how are you thing, go ahead, pause, let the homeowner say whatever. And then at the very end, pause. Everything else, you're not talking. I am making you listen, right? And Ivy nailed that just now. She nailed it. Um, so no, tonight at 6. I mean, I'm not going to be home, Ivy. You guys are welcome to come and do a window quote, but I'm at work all night. I have a big project I have to get done at work. Ivy, we're back on the mock call. My thing to you is I'm answering you and I'm saying, no, I mean, you guys could stop by, Ivy, but I'm at work all night. I have a big project.
We can work with your schedule, sir. How about tomorrow, or which day are you normally available?
Tomorrow would be better. How long is this gonna take? The last company I spoke to wanted me and my wife in the house for like hours, and that's just crazy. I only have 10 windows. I don't understand. Yeah, are you guys the same way?
Sure. This visit will take around 90 to half an hour.
Let me stop you. I gotta fix you.
Sorry.
Do you
I
do you
just
know that you messed up? Do
I'm
you
sorry,
know
sir. I
that?
messed up.
Was that just you misspeaking, or do you really say that?
I just
It's
sometimes,
okay.
sir, I say TP.
No, it's okay. So Netflix, so you did good at first. You said 90 minutes, but then you totally messed up when you said a half hour.
It's,
Do you
yeah,
understand
Christmas
that?
thing.
Okay. Maybe you
Yes.
just maybe you said it on accident. Please don't ever tell these guys it takes a half hour because it doesn't. Um, you could say 60, you could say 90 minutes. And if they ask how long, I like to say, yeah, 90 minutes, not long. About an hour and a half. But we got there at 5, we'll be out of there by 6:30. And again, tonality. I know and you know that is a long time. But I'm saying it in a way where it sounds like it's not a long time because I'm going down here with my voice. Not long, right? If we get there at 5, we'll be out of there by 6:30. Right? That's when I calm down and I go down. I point my voice down. But anyway, where were we? Ivy, so why? So yeah, the last company, Ivy's wanted me and my wife both home. They said it was gonna take hours. Is that the same way with you guys, Ivy?
Yes, sure. Yes, because my when our reps comes out, they will be bringing working samples to show you, and they are going to measure, answer all your questions, and write you a free quote that will be good for an entire 12 months.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right. Well, why does my wife have to be there? It's okay. I'm trying to make this difficult for you, Ivy, so don't worry. I'm trying.
Oh my God, I'm lost.
Huh? So a lot of times, right, you're gonna have to repeat yourself because there's really only one answer to this question. I mean, the truth, I'll tell you the truth. The truth is because we want a contract. Joseph, right? And Lee, we want a contract signed that day. That's why the truth is that's why we want both husband and wife there for 90 minutes. We don't tell them that, right? So what I would say is yeah, I mean we're a real window company, Ivy. We're a real window company. We want to be thorough. Okay? So when we get there, we're going to show you many options, right? There's different manufacturers to choose from. There's different styles. We're going to tell you about the installation process. There's different financing options if it came to that point, right? So we just want to be thorough. We just want to make sure your wife is there just in case she had any questions or concerns, right? We're going to make one free visit, Ivy. We don't mind doing it. We're happy to do that. But we want to make sure we answer all questions that anyone could possibly have on that one free visit. Does that make sense?
Yes, boss.
So, right, that's the only answer we give. Now, if you say it right, they're going to understand. They might not agree with it, and they might say, no, thank you, see you later. If you can't have, like Cherry had a lead yesterday where the guy was very stubborn. The guy just wouldn't have his wife there, man. I mean, we can't fix all these people. He was very old. He has the very old school mentality, like he's the man. I don't need my wife. You're gonna run across people like that. Try your absolute best to explain why we asked that they're both there, but you're not gonna win them all. And Cherry had a lead just like that last night. Unfortunately, not even the confirmation department at the company she gave it to could overcome this guy's objection. Not at any fault to their own. It's just the type of homeowner we were dealing with. But anyway, the thing I just said, Ivy, is your best shot at overcoming that, and it'll make a lot of sense for them. So good job, Ivy. I'm gonna pick up where I left off, and I'm just gonna agree with you. All right, that makes sense, Ivy. Yeah, tomorrow at some point. What do you have available for tomorrow?
Yeah, we have available reps tomorrow, sir, at 10 a.m., 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. Which time do you prefer?
I think six. I think six. Yeah. Or could you do later? Because normally I get home right at six, and I'm gonna want to eat
Uh,
something.
okay, sir, that's perfect. So are you available later at 6 p.m., correct?
Yeah, but like I said, can you do a little later than six? Because I get home right at six, and I'm gonna want to eat something real quick.
All right. Yeah, we do work as early as 10 as or as late as 6:30 or
Oh,
7.
all right. Yeah, 6:30. 6:30 should be fine.
Okay, sure. So I'm gonna pencil you in for 6:30 later tonight. And if you had to guess, sir, how many windows or doors are there in the house?
About 10.
10 windows. Okay. And just for grading purposes, sir, what is your first name? It just shows Mr. Bloom here.
Yeah, Jeremy.
Jeremy. Okay. And do you have co-owner or spouse, anything like that? I
Well,
you
remember,
already said.
Ivy, he had already admitted earlier that he
Yeah,
had a
I
wife. Remember
forget.
when he was arguing with you? He said, the other companies wanted my wife there. So I want you to be actively listening, everybody. Actively listening because they'll tell you a lot of information. So this person already told you, Ivy, that he's married. So instead of it, and another point, I don't like people asking, is there a co-owner? And here's why. A lot of these homeowners have a wife, but maybe she's not on the deed of the property. And if you ask, is there a co-owner, and he says no, but he's married, you know, sorry guys, hang tight. Sorry guys, hold on. I have to do something real quick. I have to add somebody to leads. Just hang on. Somebody's gonna need to remind me of what the hell I was just talking about because I felt it was very important. It's about the co-owner thing. Someone remind me in a minute. All right. I'm done already. I'm good. All right. So the co-owner thing. I rather you just not talk about co-owner. I rather you guys say, so Jeremy, Mr. Bloom, is there a Mrs. Bloom? Not asking because I'm nosy. Just want to make sure everyone's there to take a look at the samples and hear about the programs and discounts we have. That's what I want you guys to say. So instead of saying co-owner, because again, like I was getting into, like let's say Jeremy, me, I was married, but I know I'm the only owner. So now, Ivy, if you asked me that in my head, I'm like, no, I'm the only owner. And then you would have sent it in as no other owners, but I'm married, right? So it's just the way you word it. We don't really care about ownership. We do, very important. We do need all owners there, but we also, even if your wife's not an owner or vice versa, we still need both husband and wife there if they're married. They're not married, don't care. Um, does everybody understand what I'm saying?
Yes, boss.
Yes, boss.
Good.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
So it's not always about ownership, although we do need every single owner there. I like that you ask about marital status instead. And if you ask it the right way, they're not going to be offended. Some people are either way because they're just that type of person. The way I ask, and I'm repeating myself on purpose, is Miss Legaspi, is there Mr. Legaspi? Not asking because I'm nosy. Just want to make sure everyone's there to look at the design styles and hear about the promotions we have going on. That's how I ask. Okay. All right. All right. Giselle, I think Ivy, you're doing
Hey,
great.
boss.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Good, boss. Just wanted to confirm something on that co-owner thing.
Yeah.
Um, let's say they're not married, but the co-owner is the siblings or cousin, something like that. But we just asked. We didn't ask the co-owner. We just asked if they are married. Let's just say that he is single, but there is a
His brother
co-owner,
and
which
sister are on the
is
deed. Yeah. So good point.
yeah.
Good point, Andrew. We need all of them there, right? We need all of them there. So that is a good point. Um, yeah. So another way to ask, a guy Vic likes to say this. You guys, Jerry, obviously you know Vic, but the rest of you, I don't know if you know him. He says something really good. He says, "So anyone else besides yourself, maybe a spouse, sibling, another owner?" That's what he says, right? And it does touch
Right.
on all bases. So, so yes, thank you for that, Aldrin. Maybe you could say that instead, and I'll repeat it. So, Mr. Torres, besides yourself, anybody else, that should be there with you? A spouse? Is there a Mrs. Torres? Maybe another homeowner? Your dog? You throw in a little joke. I know Vic likes to throw in a little joke there. And you know what? It might be actually better than what I say. What I say is really good at finding out if they're married, right? It's worked for me in the past. But again, thank you, Aldrin. You might
Mhm.
want to add after you find out if they're married any other owners, like, maybe another family member on the deed with you, anything like that. So, yes, absolutely. We need all of them there. Now, in some cases, I don't want to get into it right now because it's going to confuse you guys. Let's stop there. Get all homeowners there. Get all homeowners there. If
Boss,
there's,
can you do it one more time? Can you throw the spill again?
yeah, to
Is
you, I'm going to
there
do it to you, Aldrin, okay?
yes, boss.
Hey, very good morning, Mr. Torres. It's Jeremy again with the Window and Roofing Company. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay, man. I'm okay. Thank you for asking, and I'll be very quick. I'm sure you're busy. Reason for my call, Mr. Torres, I know we spoke a little while back about getting you a price in your windows, or maybe it was your roofing. I'm calling you now because we're doing a significant discount for the end of season, and we wanted to get you a price that they say you're going to absolutely love. Now, there is no obligation to buy anything. It's no pressure. And price we leave you, Mr. Torres, is good for an entire year. But we were hoping this evening we could stop by.
Sure, yeah. We could stop by tonight.
Okay, awesome. And is this for your windows or was it for your roofing? I believe windows, right?
Yeah, windows.
Okay. And if you had to guess, Mr. Torres, how many windows are we coming to look at? You don't have to get up and count, just a good guess.
Well, I have 6 windows and 3 sliders.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, we'll come out and try to give you a super competitive price. Again, we think you'll really like it. Mr. Torres, where are you? What city? What's your address?
Yeah, it's 123 Sesame Street, Miami, Florida.
Got it.
33123.
Is this a single family home, a manufactured home, a condominium?
Single family home.
Awesome, awesome. And besides yourself, is there Mrs. Torres? The only reason I'm asking that, not because I'm nosy, just want to make sure everybody's there to look at the designs and styles and hear the promotions tonight.
No, I'm not married.
Okay, cool. Anyone else that owns the home with you? A family member? Anyone else that should be there?
Yeah, my sibling, my brother.
Got it. So he's on the deed with you, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. And he lives there with you? Again, I know I sound so nosy. I just want to make sure everybody who owns the house is there, obviously, right? That would be important.
Yeah, he lives with me, but I don't know what time he get off work, so
Okay. What time
I
does
don't
he
know if
typically
mm,
get home?
typically we're both at home at 7 p.m., something like that.
Okay. What if you gave him a ring and just, told him, hey, please be home by 6? You think that would work?
I don't know. I think he's working right now. Don't want to bother him.
You think if I put you in for 7, that would solve all this little situation?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that's a good idea.
Yeah, we'll do that. That's no problem at all. And what is your first name, Mr. Torres? I just see Mr. Torres here.
All right. Yeah, my name is Aldrin.
Awesome. And your brother's name for greeting purposes when we get there?
Brian.
Brian. Awesome. So we'll see you and Brian this evening at 6. There's no issue at all. Um, we're gonna come out, show you different designs, styles, talk about financing if it gets to that point. Altogether, this does take about 90 minutes, not long. Just want to make sure, if we get there at 7 and we're out of there by 8:30-ish, that's not gonna cause any issues. No parties tonight, no dinner
Mm,
plans that we're gonna
no, it's
ruin.
fine.
Awesome, awesome. So, Mr. Torres, so normally we call a day in advance to confirm. Our confirmation department does that. Now, being that this is the same day, I'm just going to transfer you really quickly over to the confirmation department here at Prestige, okay?
But you already get all my information. Already
No,
agreed.
I know. It sounds so redundant. I know. It's just the way they like to do things. They just want to make sure everything's, I have all your information properly. Doesn't take long, man. It'll take about 2 minutes. So just hang
All
tight.
right.
Please don't hang up. You're going to hear silence for about 20, 30 seconds. Please don't hang up. It'll be very quick, and I promise we're going to get you an awesome price tonight, okay?
Okay. Cool.
Awesome. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
And then I would literally transfer him over to Prestige or whoever I chose to give that to. He said he's in Miami. I like Prestige for Miami at this second, right? Uh, I mean, that's it. And that can be, now look, I would consider that a lay down. And when I say lay down, I mean the easiest appointment in the world. They just didn't fight me at all. That's a lay down. However, you're going to get some lay downs, right? You'll get them because these are good leads. And if you nail the hook, it makes the rest of the conversation so much easier. You'll know that you're bad at the hook when you get a lot of people hanging up on you. A lot, like an unbelievable amount. You'll know, oh boy, maybe that hook, man, is not so good. Everyone's gonna get hung up on. I do. I got hung up on yesterday. But it's not gonna be as much as some other people because my hook is very good. Okay? Lee and Joseph,
Yo.
we're not gonna have a super long meeting. It's wrapping up real quick, but I would be doing you a disservice not to talk to you and put you on the spot here. Let's hear it. And I get it that you have never called yet for MVP, so I don't expect your script to be amazing, right? So don't worry about that. I'm not here to tell you you suck. I'm not here for that. I just want to hear it to see what we could work on. Do you have the script up, or are you going to go by memory? How are you doing this?
Yeah, I have it available, and I made calls yesterday.
Okay.
Can you hear me okay, Jeremy?
I can hear you perfectly. I'm just responding to a text.
Okay.
All right. So I'm Jeremy the homeowner. You're Lee. You go by Lee,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, go by Lee. It's much
All right,
easier
cool.
that way.
No problem. Hello.
Hi, Jeremy. It's Lee with the Wind and Roofing Company. How are you?
I'm okay. What's up, man? What's up, Lee? Didn't you call me yesterday?
Well, well, it's actually my first time calling, and reason why I'm calling is because a little while back you spoke with one of us about getting a price on your windows or roofing. And I'm calling you now because we're doing a significant discount for hurricane season,
Okay.
and we want to get you a price that they say you're going to love.
Okay.
It's good for a whole year, and so there's no pressure or obligation. Can we stop by tomorrow at 5?
Um, man, good job. Good job. I was expecting you to have totally butchered my script, but you're saying it pretty well. Um, no, man, I'm really busy this week. I'm really busy.
So perhaps next week you won't be that busy.
I guess, yeah, I guess. Can you just call me back, Lee? I'm headed into work.
Won't take much of your time. But in fact, we're almost done. How about Monday,
Love
say in
it.
the morning?
Love it,
That
Lee.
works for you?
I'm going to interrupt you to give you some praise. I love that. You told him, shut the hell up. I'm not calling you back. We're going to do this right now. I love that because that's my style. These
You won't
callbacks,
have a chance.
no, man. These callbacks, that's just them telling you, that's just them politely hanging up on you. Same thing as a hang up. It's just they're not as rude. Okay, so thank you.
Precisely.
Yes, thank you for that. Yeah, Monday is fine. Yeah, whatever. You can come by.
Great. So, Jeremy, it's Jeremy Bloom, right? Is there Mrs. Bloom?
Yeah, what does that have to do with anything? I thought this is for my windows.
Well, I'm not being nosy though. Just want to make sure everyone's there to see the samples and hear about our discounts. Okay.
Yeah,
So Monday morning works best for you, 10 a.m.
I'm gonna stop real quick. So I want you to understand, everybody. So most people in the United States, Monday at 10 a.m. they're gonna be at work. Okay, especially if they're married. One of them, in most cases, is gonna be at work, right? That's just how it is here. Monday through Friday, especially smack in the middle of the morning, most people are gonna be at work. So you're doing everything great, but I would have probably, if it was me, shot for the evening time on a Monday. Okay? All right. I'm not saying that it's impossible to get a Monday morning lead. I'm absolutely not saying that. I'm just saying most people, especially if they're married, one of them is probably going to be at work Monday at 10 a.m. So I would have shot for Monday at 5 or 6. Or instead, you could say, what's your day looking like Monday? And then they'll start telling you. So what's your
Oh,
day looking like Monday? And if he says, oh, Monday's wide open, I would remind him politely that we do ask that his wife's also there. So, oh, that sounds great. So what, you and your wife both have off Monday? If he says yes, then you're golden, dude. Then you could do 10 a.m. But remember, he might not understand how important it is to have his wife there like you understand how important it is. Just because you said it doesn't mean it's registering in his head. You know what I mean? He doesn't understand how important it really is. So one way to do it would be like, yeah, how's Monday looking for you and your wife? He might
okay.
say, we get off work at 5, blah, 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 and then you would shoot for 6. So yeah, 6 o'clock would be better. I know you said the morning, Lee, but 6 o'clock would be better.
All right. It's like 6 o'clock then. So this appointment took about 90 minutes, not long, but just want to make sure that you and your wife will have time to look at the samples. That's okay, right?
Yeah, that should be okay. 90 minutes sounds like a long time.
Well, time flies so fast, so you won't be able to notice it. And And Jeremy, I know I probably sound like a broken record here, but it's very important that you're both there to look at different styles and designs.
Okay.
So Monday, 6 p.m. works best for you, for the both of you.
Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Yeah. I'm not buying it.
Wonderful.
I mean, this is a free estimate, right?
Exactly.
Okay. If you want to come by and give me a quote, that's fine, but I don't think we're ready right now, but you could give me and my wife a quote. That's fine.
No obligation at all. So what I'll be doing now is handing you over to our confirmation department.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Here's why. I'm going to stop you. Here's why. Today is Tuesday. This appointment is for
Ah,
Monday. The only time we transfer directly to the confirmation department is on same days and next day appointments, which is not Monday. Now, if this was for tonight, Lee, or tomorrow, absolutely. You're transferring over to the confirmation department. You're not doing that in this case because you're just not. That's not how we do it. We only transfer for for same days and next days. However, you are absolutely going to still send it in to the contractor, and you're going to still absolutely send it into the MVP tracker. And the confirmation department for whatever company you gave this to is going to call it the day before without you doing anything. Okay?
All right.
Yep, they each have their own system. They look at, tomorrow's appointments and they will call them. So just to repeat myself on purpose, the only time you're ever transferring a call directly to the confirmation department of the company you're giving your lead to is if the appointment is for today or tomorrow. Okay?
Copy.
Got it. You did good, Lee. We'll work on your words are perfect, brother. Your words are perfect. I love how you're thinking outside the box. You're being very witty, right? You're saying extra things like, I forgot what you said. You said a couple things that I love. We just want you to sound a little more natural. It could just be your accent. Maybe you're very natural, but we'll see what happens. But you did amazing. You did very good. Now, Joseph, let's do the same with you, and then I'm going to wrap up this meeting because I have another meeting soon. But we do this stuff
Thanks,
frequently.
man.
We do this stuff frequently. So if you missed out on something, don't worry. We do this all the time. So, Joseph, I'm the homeowner, and you're Joseph. Okay. Hello.
All right. Hey, Jeremy.
Hello.
Jeremy, can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
Jeremy, this is Joseph with the Windows and Roofing Company. How are you?
I'm okay. What's up?
Great, great, awesome. I'll be super quick, and I'm sure you're busy. The reason I'm calling right now is because a little while back, you actually spoke with one of us about getting a price on your windows or probably roofing. I'm actually calling you now because we're doing a significant discount for the end of hurricane season, and we just want to make sure that you get a price that they say you're going to love. There's no pressure or obligation. The code is good for a whole year. Can we actually stop by tomorrow at 5 or tonight at 5?
Okay, so you too, you're doing amazing. Two things. I heard someone else say it. I forgot who the other person was, but right in the beginning, you're saying, yeah, for your windows or probably roofing. Please don't say probably roofing because that means, in other words, most likely roofing. Please don't say that. Just say, uh, what do I have? Windows or maybe roofing. So please replace the word probably with maybe. It just makes a lot more sense.
Right.
Because anyway, I'll get into that another time. Just please, instead of saying probably, say maybe. Yeah, Joseph, I did have a conversation about this, but that was like a month ago. You're calling me now. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm not really interested.
Right.
I'm not really interested.
Oh, totally understand where you're coming from, Jeremy. But then again, we're simply just here to, again, let you know that we're here to provide you this free quote. I mean, you don't have to pay for anything you don't have to pay anything with it.
Okay, so you're on the right page. You just need the words, and the words are this. So I get it. You're not interested right now. I mean, are the windows something you would love to do? It's just maybe that you put it on the back burner. And I don't know if they use that saying in the Philippines, but what I mean by that is, it's not as important right this second. You want them to say, yeah. You're trying to bait them into admitting they would love to have windows, right? This way you could follow up with, great. Well, listen, our quotes, our prices that we leave you, Joseph, are good for an entire year, right? So we understand not everybody's ready this very second. Okay, that's totally okay with us. We want to get you this discount because we know that when you are ready, you're going to love our price and our company so much that you're going to probably give us a call back, right? So we would love to still come out this evening at 6, even if you know you're not ready this very second. Does that sound fair? I mean, it's not going to cost you a thing. Our quotes are totally free, and you're going to be saving a ton of money. That's what I would say. And you're going to have to get used to that, right? It's your first day. I don't expect you to say those
Right.
words that I just said. I know you're not going to say that. That's why we have these meetings. That's what I would say. Not interested? Okay, well, I mean, you want to bring them back to when you did inquire, right? What were you thinking then? Like, what changed? It's usually time or money. They found out through a friend that windows are freaking expensive, or they found out that, these window companies want 2 hours of their time. It's usually one of those things. Most likely it's money. So that's why you got to make sure they understand this is a free quote, good for a year. There is no pressure to buy anything at all if you didn't want to. But we're going to lock in a discount for you. Okay?
Look at this. I still have to come up with my own words there.
No, you don't, because we're going to help you with our words, proven words.
Sure.
Okay?
Sure.
Okay, it's all actually on the rebuttals. So we've been talking about the script, but there's a whole other document called rebuttals. Okay, and me and Emily will give that to you if you don't have it. Guys, I have a super important meeting at 10:30 I have to prepare for. Do not worry, we do these meetings often, okay?
All right.
Thank you guys so much, so much.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jeremy.
All right, I'm gonna end this meeting, okay?